Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Emma, aka Flares, and today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. I don't generally use simple panels, but it's something that I've been wanting to use a lot more on my island. So recently I've been having a play around and I've come up with 10 different ways that you can use simple panels to create simple buildings like this to put on your island to complement your villager homes. The great thing about simple panels is there's so many custom designs out there, so you can find things to match your island vibe, your theme, and it can look so effective if you have an area that you need to fill. So this is just something I've put together here, but today I'm going to be showing some real basic things, mainly focusing on roofs and stuff to get an idea of how to build them, and then from there the world is really your oyster. As you can see here, I've put in a few different details just to kind of add some more detail to it. So I've got the loft bed behind, I've got the stool in front to give an idea of a kind of balcony or some sort of shelf area, so you can even put things on it like flowers and stuff to make it more realistic. So this is just a starter. I've got 10 ways, as I said, so let's get into it. So for number one, this is probably one of the simplest designs. As you can see here, I've just popped down 2 simple panels. There's nothing behind it, no cliffs or anything. So all I'm going to do is go into my inventory, pick out this loft bed with desk and put it horizontally behind it, and then simply just adjust it so it's directly behind the panels. As you can see here, it gives it kind of flat roof with some wood sticking out, so it's got kind of a Georgian feels to it. Possibly not the best with this simple panel, but I've seen some great things where you've got the brickwork and these sticking out the top, but it looks really cute and it's really effective. Number 2, and we've got the 2 simple panels here, nothing behind them again, and then all I'm going to do is pop down a wedding organ. This was available from the recent Cyrus wedding event that took place in June or May last year. Obviously you can find them elsewhere if you do trading, etc. But I've just popped it down. It gives it some height, it gives it some detail, and I just quite like the back of the organ. It looks really kind of elegant and regal. So for number 3, what I've done is I've built a 2x2 square here, a little cliff behind the 2 simple panels, and I'm going to use some fencing. Now pretty much for this you could use any kind of fencing, whatever fits your style, but I really like the Zen fencing. If you can see, kind of the top of the fence looks a bit like a roof in the way that it's slanted up, and it's got that detail that you would find on the top of some roofs, particularly tile roofs. And I also like the white, the way it just extends a bit more onto the simple panels. It just looks quite effective for this, I believe. For number 4, we're back with the same design, the 4 cliff blocks behind the 2 simple panels. And this time I'm just going to show you what the Turkey Day hearth looks like. So this is kind of like the fireplace. You should have the DIY, it's quite easy to make, and you can customize it to different colours. But just look how the stone just kind of pops out, and the tablecloth on top gives it a bit of detail there. I quite like this one, and I think it's really cute. Again, it's great if you're trying to save space. You can even put things on it if you wanted to, so that's another one to consider. So we're on to number 5 now, and we've got the 2 simple panels out front still, and then I'm just going to show you with this one how to kind of use perception to get the items to look like they're actually coming out of the simple panels. So I put the log bench down so it's the right height to hold the tabletop item, and then we put the tabletop item down, and then if we just take a little look down here, you can see that if you look from this perspective, it actually looks like the item is coming out of the simple panels. Obviously when you move around you can kind of see it, so if you wanted to be really particular, then you could customize it to match the simple panel designs. But I like the bench. It's simple, it's rustic. If you wanted like a woody natural feel, that would look really great. And on to number 6. For this one, I'm just going to show you how to use the stool, as I showed you in the beginning, to make a little sort of balcony area that you can store things on or place things on to add some extra detail. So what I want to do is just push it right forward so it's directly behind the simple panels, and then push this one forward, the simple panel forward. Just leave a little bit of a gap, and I'll show you why in a minute. So that's in line. And then if we come down here, the perception, the way that you view it, kind of sits better than if they were pushed up right against the back of the stool. So it looks like the roof of the stool is coming off the roof of the simple panel. And I really like this one. I think it's one of my favourites because you can really add to it. You can put things at the side or just have it 2 panels wide and then just have that as your main building. And again, you can customize the stool to whatever color or pattern you want to make it really fit your island. So we're on to number 7 now. As you can see, I've placed down one of the solar panels already, and then I'm just going to place this one down next to it. For this one, you will need a lot more space behind your simple panels, so just bear that in mind when creating your areas. Obviously, just to get the placement right, I needed to put a few extra cliffs down, but that can be removed later. So what I've done is I've put them in so the highest part is facing one another to give that roof shape. Now, I think this looks really great for greenhouses, outdoorsy spaces, industrial ones, so maybe it doesn't quite fit with the simple panel designs that I've chosen, but it is definitely one of the ones that look to me most realistic for the roof. So for number 8, I'm just going to pop down 2 dog houses behind the simple panels up on the cliff. Obviously you don't need that much space behind them, but as you can see, I think they just look cute. They're like little roofs, and you could even do 1 simple panel with 1 dog house behind. If you wanted just one little house, that would look really cute. And I just love the natural look of the wood against the simple panels, which would look great with any particular design that kind of fit that vibe. So we're on to number 9 now, and we did touch on chimneys earlier when talking about the log bench, but perhaps you don't want to put a roof on your simple panels. Maybe you just want a chimney behind it. If that's the case, then maybe you should look at using the brick oven, because it's got the back of the brick oven kind of looks a bit like a roof, a big chimney sticking out the top, and obviously it has the steam coming out of the metal part, which just looks really cute and is a great detail to add to your area. So for number 10, this might be something that not everyone's going to have access to, but if you do have it, then it can make a great roof. This is the pyramid, which you obtain by helping Gulliver, not Gulliver. I don't know why, I just prefer to say Gulliver. Oh my gosh, I'm getting confused now. Anyway, so we put the pyramid behind the simple panels up on the cliff, and as you can see, it gives that pointed kind of sandy looking roof, which I think is really effective, and maybe this is the closest thing you're going to get to a roof. Again, the downside to this is it does require quite a lot of space back here, but if you're going purely for aesthetics, then I think it does look really cute. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you found some design inspiration to use on your island. I will of course include all the design codes that I've used in the description if you want to use them for yourselves. But obviously it's up to you. You can mix and match these little things that I've shown you to create something beautiful. There are some amazing simple panel buildings out there, some huge structures that people have come up with, castles, greenhouses, all sorts. It really is something that you can go absolutely crazy with and create something beautiful. So let me know what you think. Are you going to try build something like this? And let me know in the comments if you do. So remember to like, subscribe guys, hopefully see you again soon.